ever notice Christmas Sunday and Easter Sunday, most people dress up. Put on the best clothes, nice suit, beautiful dress, whatever. You ever notice on those 2 Sundays, usually it's hard to get the kids in the children's church because the grandparents and the parents bring all the kids into the main sanctuary because they want everybody to see what they're wearing. Because that's the children. And man, you go out, or your grandchildren, you go out and buy a beautiful little formal looking dress for your little grandbaby or a little suit, whatever, real nice, for your grandson or for your child, whatever. And here Pastor Mac trying to preach the gospel, and all of a sudden the baby slip off the mama's lap or slip off the grandmother's lap, and my Lord, baby start running, and then you jump out to say, I'm sorry, Pastor Mac, I'm sorry. Let me get the baby over here. Let me just hurry and get the baby. And you get the baby back, and then you walk back to your seat like this. And everybody says, ooh, look how pretty that dress is. Look how beautiful that baby is. It brings you pleasure. Where'd you learn that at? You learned that from God. In other words, when your grandbaby or your child looked good, it brought you pleasure. You were magnified. My Lord, this is good stuff. And the baby doesn't have anything to do with need. How many times have you taken your grandbaby, it might be at a grocery store, and they say, Grandma, I want some candy. I want some candy. You think she's greedy? No. That's greed. Could be growth. When are we going to start believing what God said and living like God lives? Don't judge this yet. Let me finish this. Listen to me. Either this is truth or it's a lie. Let me tell you something. I find out this Bible's a lie, I'll leave here tonight. And I'll find me the biggest bottle of booze I can find and get me some hot mama. And I'm going to say it on television. If I'm going to hell, son, I'm going with gusto. But if I'm going to heaven, I'm healing the sick, raising the dead, casting out devils, and freely receive it. Now, I'm a very plain, blunt man. If this is not true, you think I'm going to go to hell paying tithe? Are you crazy? Think about that for a minute. That's silly. But it is truth. And for thousands of years, they try to shut this Bible down. But it outlasts everybody because the truth sets you free. Are you hearing me? How come you have to have a need for God to bless you? How come you got to be beat up, busted, stomped, and kicked before God can come upon the scene and be a blessing to you? How come you got to make an excuse for the blessing of God on your life because someone outside in the secular world thinks you shouldn't have that? How come people got to be hurting all the time before God can come upon the scene? When are we going to start believing what God said? Instead of worrying about what the newspaper says, the secular world says, anybody else said. What are we waiting for?
It's not about need. Order your copy today.